Welcome, lore masters, to another deep dive into the grim darkness of the far future. Today, we peel back the layers of ceramite and righteous fury to ask a fundamental question. What is the true purpose of the Space Marines? We know them as the angels of death, the Emperor's finest, the post-human demigods who stand between humanity and a hostile galaxy. But is their role just to be the ultimate soldiers? Or is there something deeper, something more profound, and perhaps more tragic at the heart of their creation? To understand their purpose, we must travel back 10,000 years to the unification wars on Terra and the dawn of the Great Crusade. The Emperor of mankind, a being of unimaginable power and vision, had a grand design for humanity. He envisioned a secular, enlightened empire, the Imperium of man, stretching across the galaxy, free from the shackles of superstition, Xeno's threats, and the insidious whispers of chaos. But this grand vision required a tool unlike any other, an army that could conquer the stars. This is where the Thunder Warriors come in. They were the prototypes, the first generation of transhuman soldiers. Genetically engineered for immense strength and aggression, they were brutal, effective, and utterly terrifying. They united Terra under the Emperor's banner with savage efficiency, but they were a blunt instrument, unstable, and ultimately disposable. Their purpose was singular, to win a single war on a single planet. Once that was done, their violent nature and limited lifespan made them a liability to the stable empire the Emperor sought to build. The Thunder Warriors were a means to an end, a tragic but necessary first step. From the lessons learned and the genetic material of his 20 Primarchs, the Emperor forged his masterwork, the Leones Astartes, the Space Marine Legions. These were not mere soldiers, they were paragons. Each legion was crafted from the gene seed of a Primarch, inheriting not just their superhuman abilities but also their character, their philosophies, and their specialized ways of war. The Ultramarines were the consummate empire builders. The Imperial Fists were the indomitable fortress masters. The White Scars were the lightning-fast vanguard. They were more than just warriors. They were the architects of the new Imperium, tasked with bringing the Emperor's light, the Imperial truth, to every corner of the galaxy. Their purpose during the Great Crusade was twofold. First, and most obviously, was conquest. They were the tip of the spear, the irresistible force that would shatter any Xeno's empire or recalcitrant human civilization that stood in the way of unification. They were designed to win wars on a galactic scale, to be adaptable, resilient, and utterly lethal. They were a testament to the Emperor's genius in both genetics and military strategy. But their second purpose was more subtle. They were meant to be exemplars, living symbols of what humanity could achieve when guided by reason and strength. They were the shining knights of the imperial truth, dispelling the darkness of old religions and alien faiths. They weren't just conquering worlds. They were liberating them, bringing them into the fold of a supposedly brighter future. In this golden age, a Space Marine was not just a symbol of fear, but of hope and progress. Then came the Horus Heresy, the great dream shattered. The Emperor's most beloved son, Horus Lupercal, fell to the temptations of chaos, and 9 of the 20 legions fell with him. The galaxy burned. Brother fought brother, and the paragons of humanity became the instruments of its near destruction. The heresy irrevocably changed the Imperium, and with it, the purpose of the Space Marines. In the dark millennia that followed, the Imperium transformed. The secular imperial truth was replaced by the imperial cult, the worship of the Emperor as a god. The vibrant, expansionist crusade gave way to a desperate, defensive struggle for survival. The Space Marine legions, once 20 strong, were broken down by the Codex Astartes into 1,000-strong chapters. This was a deliberate act by Rabut Guilliman, Primarch of the Ultramarines, to ensure that no single man could ever again command the power to threaten the entire Imperium as Horus had. This act fundamentally redefined the Astartes. Their purpose shifted from conquest and enlightenment to eternal vigilance and defense. They were no longer the builders of a new age, but the guardians of a dying one. They became monastic warrior monks, isolated from the very humanity they were sworn to protect. Their lives became an endless cycle of prayer, training, and brutal warfare. They are the firebreaks against the encroaching flames, the surgeons who cut away the rod of heresy and alien incursion. Think about it. In the 41st millennium, a Space Marine chapter is a rapid response force. They are not an army of occupation or administration. They descend from the heavens, purge the threat with overwhelming force, and then leave. They are the ultimate troubleshooters, the final, desperate solution when the Imperial Guard cannot hold the line. Their purpose is to face the horrors that mortal men cannot, to stand against demons, tyrannid swarms, and Necron phalanxes. They exist to buy humanity one more day, one more year, one more century of existence at the cost of their own humanity. This leads us to the tragic irony of the modern Space Marine. They are created to protect humanity, yet they are made to be something other than human. They are indoctrinated from childhood, their minds and bodies reforged into living weapons. They feel no fear, but they also struggle to feel compassion or kinship with the teeming masses of the Imperium. They are revered as angels, but also feared as inhuman killing machines. They are the saviors of humanity, but they can never truly be a part of it. Their true purpose in the 41st millennium is to be a symbol, not of hope for a brighter future, as they were in the Great Crusade, but of defiance in the face of inevitable doom. They are a living testament to the Emperor's genius and his ultimate failure. They are the embodiment of the Imperium itself, a decaying, brutal, but utterly unyielding fortress against the dark. When a Space Marine makes his last stand on a forgotten world, holding the line against an impossible tide of enemies, he is fulfilling his ultimate purpose. He is not just killing foes. He is embodying the spirit of humanity's will to survive. He is a sacrifice, a necessary monster created to fight even greater monsters. His existence is a constant reminder that in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war, and the only way to meet it is with superior firepower and an unwavering transhuman resolve. So the true purpose of the Space Marines is not simply to fight, it's to endure. It's to be the unshakable foundation upon which the fragile edifice of the Imperium rests. They are the lonely sentinels on the walls of reality, forever fighting a war they cannot truly win, but can never afford to lose. They are the angels of death, and their purpose is to die so that humanity might live just a little longer. What do you think? Is this the ultimate fate the Emperor envisioned for his sons, or a tragic corruption of his original dream? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the lore, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more from the 41st millennium. For the Emperor,